Hi ladies, I'm Tracy, Lynn, Dougherty. I am passionate about equipping and encouraging women to live the life that God has called them to live. When my husband returned from his first deployment to Iraq, we decided to do something big to celebrate his return home. We went to one of those all-inclusive resorts on an island. Marshall and I have always enjoyed scuba diving, so we took the girls on one of the snorkeling excursions that the resort offered. It took about 20 minutes for the boat to get to the snorkel site, and it was breathtakingly beautiful. Marshall and Catherine, our oldest daughter, would dive down to get closer to the coral reef below. I stayed on the surface holding Victoria's hand. She was only 5 years old at the time, and I didn't want her to float away in the current because we were pretty far from shore. So, my face is in the water, and I'm looking down through my mask, and I see a shark. It's like a nurse shark or something, nothing huge or dangerous, but still pretty cool. So I get Victoria's attention, and then I get Marshall and Catherine's attention to make sure they see the shark. And then I think, wouldn't everyone else want to know what I know? That there's a shark below? So I lift my head, point with my finger, and yell, "Shark!" And then I put my face back in the water. After a moment, I think, maybe that didn't go exactly the way I pictured it. I lifted my head, and people are swimming on top of each other, trying to get back to the boat. They're throwing their young children over the side of the boat, trying to get them back in the boat. The workers are trying to figure out what happened. It was chaos. When we returned to the boat, what I had in my mind when I had shared what I knew that I thought everyone else would want to know, I had pictured everyone gushing with gratitude. "Thank you so much for telling us." Instead, I received glares all around as the parents were trying to calm their children down. The workers were trying to calm the parents down. None of it had gone the way I had pictured. Now, this is a simple illustration of the power of our words. I said one word, shark, one word, and it caused panic and chaos. Our words can spark problems that spiral out of control and do great damage. James chapter 3, verses 5 and 6. Likewise, the tongue is a small part of the body, but it makes great boasts. Consider what a great forest is set on fire by a small spark. The tongue also is a fire. So we need to think before we speak. I should have made my message clearer and thought about what they were hearing. I thought I was screaming rare opportunity. What they heard was danger. Isn't that the challenge of communication? What we want to communicate and what is heard can be very different. The thing is, communication is passed through baggage by the speaker and the hearer. Maybe the other snorkeler's baggage was they had watched the movie Jaws the night before. What I meant for their good was perceived as bad. Our words are powerful. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 18. Reckless words pierce like a sword, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. We need to think before we speak. We also need to think before we type. I love that technology allows us to communicate more often and at our convenience. I can send you an email, text, a message on Facebook when it's convenient for me. But the caution I have is that when I'm communicating with you through technology, I can't see your reaction. Where if we're face to face, I can probably tell by your body language, facial reaction, how you're hearing what I have to say. I'll know immediately if I need to clarify what I'm trying to say or change the words I'm using. So think before you type. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 3. He who guards his lips guards his life, but he who speaks rashly, without thinking, will come to ruin. But do speak up, because Proverbs chapter 16:24, pleasant words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones. Do speak sweet words, words of encouragement into other people's lives. They're powerful. In the comments below, share with me, who do you need to speak words of encouragement into today? There are many opportunities all day long to speak positive, powerful words into others' lives. If you would like to receive more free video like this one, go to equipandencouragewomen.com/subscribe. If you subscribe, and it's free, you'll also receive our 16-minute video, Living Your Priorities. Thank you for sharing your time with me. All my best to you.